Listen to this. The cost saving tricks that the bank is offering is going to end up costing you money. Don't fall for it. Get with an expert that can help you. And here is one last thing I'm going to share with you before we start to wind it down. Folks, please do not take your equity out to pay off consumer debt. Use your equity to conserve, not to consume. Don't take your equity out, refinance, to pay off high interest debt. I'm going to show you an example of this. We're going to bring up our amortization schedule on the screen, and I'm going to give you an example of a $350,000 mortgage that they refinanced, and they refinanced it to 5% because they bought down the rate, 360 payments. All right. Here's the payment on that. It's $1,878.88. Now, $50,000 of that is other debt that they used their equity to pay it off. Now, they've got it down to 5% here. And some of that debt was as high as 15, 20, 27% that they used their equity to pay that off. That's what they did. And now we've got the relief. That debt is gone. Those payments are gone. Those high interest rates are gone. But let me show you what happens when we go to pay off that $50,000. We just add it to the, Kanabi says straight robbery that was agreed to by the victims. That's right. Here's another thing that we agreed to, folks. Karen Mills says it's robbery. But watch this on the screen, folks. Watch this, what we have on the screen. We're going to pay back the $50,000. And here's how it's done. We're thinking that we have that high interest rate stuff in our mortgage at 5%. I need you to take a look at cumulative principal and cumulative interest. Now we're going to pay back the first 50 grand. In the first year, we just paid $5,000 of the $50,000 we rolled into the mortgage. And you just paid $17,382.72 on $5,000 worth of debt that you rolled into the mortgage. If you knew that you didn't have a single loan out there, that they were charging you $5,000, paying back $5,000 in a year, and they're going to charge you $17,000 on it. You didn't have a single loan out there that outside the mortgage that was doing that to you, but you put it into the mortgage, and now $5,000 is doing that to you at a so-called 5%. $10,000 paid back in 2 years. You've already paid $34,000 in interest. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and take a look at, it takes 97 payments, folks, to pay off the $50,000 you rolled into the mortgage, and you just paid $132,000 in interest because somebody told you you were saving money by rolling that 50 grand, taking 50 grand out and paying off high interest debt. Somebody told you that was the best thing to do for you. Not even close. Let me ask you, if you take $50,000 and pay it back and pay $50,000 in interest, isn't that 100% interest? If you take $50,000 and pay another $50,000 on top of that, now you paid $100,000 in interest. Isn't that 200% interest? You add another $32,000 to that, folks. That's 232% interest on debt that your highest interest rate on outside the mortgage was 27%. So you're wondering why people are in debt forever. It is because, not because they are being irresponsible. It is because they're following the advice of financial gurus. And that is why we stay in debt forever and never pay it off.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.